So I totally try and claim that I don't actually have a cup of tea for today's Cup of Tea with Me video, but given that by the time you're watching this, you will have probably have seen enough kind of crap April Fool's jokes and a handful of decent ones, I'm not going to do that. This is going to be an April Fool's free video. Or is that in itself the April Fool? No, it's not. That is indeed tea, and it is indeed good. Hello people of the internet, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Now today I wanted to have a little chat with you about something that happened last week. My birthday. I turned 28 years old last Friday. Basically, there was kind of two main elements to the whole thing. The first being that for the longest time, I actually had a very weird, kind of very mixed feels about growing up. And I had those, I can remember going back to my teens, being terrified of turning 30. You know, oh my god, that's just so far away. My life is basically going to be over at that point. And for several years, especially after I finished university, the fear was also, oh, I'm growing older and older, and I'm missing out on all these years of my life where my friends are growing up and getting into jobs that they really love, and they're settling down, and they're, you know, getting married and having kids and stuff, which they want, and I don't even want that. But I still feel like I'm just spinning my wheels going nowhere. So for the longest time, I was one of those people that was like, don't remind me, why, no, help. But in the last few years, fortunately, I have got a lot better with it. I kind of feel a lot better about it. I don't know if it's just because I now know and I'm friends with quite a few people who are slightly older than me, already in their 30s and still doing great stuff and living exactly the life they want and just being so inspirational to me in that regard. Also probably helps that, you know, in terms of my life in general and my work and my creative projects the last few years, they've been going places that I never thought they would. I've been able to travel and do things that only a few years ago felt very out of reach. Now that I am that close to turning 30, I'm less scared about it than I was like 5 or 10 years ago, which is very nice, and I genuinely didn't realise that I would feel that way until the day itself. And obviously the other thing that was quite unusual about this birthday is, well, the kind of the big thing that's happening right now that's making life unusual for all of us. It was a birthday in the middle of a lockdown. Given the current situation, that was always going to play a factor as well, starting with the fact that I did have quite a few plans to travel and visit people and go to do these things and do that. All of that fell through. I mean, literally within 2 weeks, I went from seeing people in London, seeing family, you know, travelling to see my friends in Norfolk and everything else, to I can't even invite my friend round the corner over for a drink and a PS2 gaming session. That's quite a lot to go through all at once. I really don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful or anything. We'll get to why in a minute. And I don't want to sound like my problems are so bad, but I do always say, you are allowed to feel that way. Even if you know why these events have been cancelled, and there's a very good reason why. Well, it's a bad reason, but it's a bad thing, but that means it's a good reason to cancel the thing. There you go. Even if other people have it off worse, you're allowed to feel this way as well. You know, sadness and feelings aren't a game of top trumps. It ain't a thing of, well, you're sad about that, but I'm sad about this, so I win. I was well aware the whole time of why everything was happening, but I was still a bit, oh. And I did have a lot of messages around and on the day itself, saying I hope you've been able to still celebrate and enjoy it in spite of everything going on, and here is the very honest answer to it. I was able to enjoy it. I mean, I am lucky in this respect to live with family. I live with my folks here, but the thing that blew me away is first thing in the morning when I woke up and I just checked my phone and I had all these messages. I had a friend of mine send a voice message of them singing happy birthday to me, and I had a load of other messages, loads of other people saying, oh, you know, send you something in the post. Someone sent me a, oh my god, what are they called? The moon pig. I just remember being sat in bed with a cup of tea, natch, because, yeah, you know, it was my birthday, so I'm going to have a freaking cup of tea in bed if I damn well want to. And just looking at all these messages and just feeling really grateful in a time where it's very easy to feel very lonely and very isolated, literally in self-isolation, but suddenly it didn't feel like I was that distant after all. And it was also a nice chance to reflect on, you know, what I was saying at the start of this video about how I'm nowhere near as daunted by the prospect of growing older as I used to be, because the fact that I wasn't feeling that way anymore is probably a good indication that the last year or so of my life have been going in a very good direction. And overall they have. I would pretty much say last year was one of the best years of my life in terms of personal, professional, creative. I mean, it's when I launched Another Station, Another Mile, and that has just... the amount of just happiness in here that has given me, just putting those out, creating it. I would be happy with those films if one person watched them, and that person was me. But a lot of you did watch it, and a lot of you are watching this channel now and supporting that, which is just unbelievable. And now similar sort of things happening over on Twitch, where I'm streaming a lot more due to, you know, the current situation. That sort of gratitude extended to not just on the day having nice messages from people saying happy birthday and we'll do this when it's all over, I'll send you this or whatever. I also had a voice chat with one of my very best friends on the day. We had like a sort of video Skype chat, and because we were due to meet up for birthday drinks and lunch stroke dinner in London during that week, we actually got dressed up smart as if we were going out for lunchtime drinks, and instead we just sat at our computers having drinks and being like, yeah, cheers, how you doing? Yeah. And that was lovely. That was lovely as well. Overall, the whole day was really nice, and that's, you know, even without, like, gifts and cards and things like that, I could have ended up just getting some, you know, just those messages, and I would have had a lovely day. Except I did get some gifts that were very, very nice, including, that I'm gonna have to put in, like, a B-roll clip of this or some photos, is a London Underground station platform sign from Farringdon Station. Yeah! The massive sign that you see on the platform when you get off your tube. It's even got the thing along the bottom that says way out this way. Ah! That was genuinely my reaction when I first opened it. I'm like, ah! What? Amazing. Ever since my birthday, I keep rolling out of bed and sort of seeing it in my room, just like leant up against the wall. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing that I own now. Okay. For a birthday that was already lovely, even without any gifts, to then get some lovely gifts that were nice, and then that out of nowhere, it was quite a lot. So, to everyone that asked me whether I was still able to celebrate and have a nice day, even in the current circumstances, yes, I very much was. Being 27 was lovely, and I'm turning a new age and going, right, let's get amongst it. I'm ready. I'm ready to be 28 now, which is useful because I am 28 and I'm okay saying that. In spite of everything, life's not bad. I didn't want to just come on and do a vlog just basically rambling about, yeah, I had a lovely birthday, how are you? I did just want to say how, like, even, you know, in such weird circumstances, I still was able to have such a nice day. And I really hope you guys are doing all right. Wherever your situation is, what your situation is, in spite of everything that's going on. As the news has been drumming into you every single hour of every single day, we're in unprecedented times, if you couldn't tell already. There is no previous example as to how to feel and how to deal with it. We're all sort of managing in our best way possible, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're making the best of the current situation in the best way you can. And thank you all for being very lovely. Things are, touch wood, things are generally pretty good right now. With that, I'm going to finish this cup of tea and actually go over there because I'm due to be streaming now. I'm actually supposed to be streaming about 10 minutes ago. Whoops. Nice to see you all again, and I will see you back here next week. In the meantime, stay safe, and I hope you're all good.